He then anoints the king on his forehead, on his wrists, and on his chest. And that is the moment that he is anointed by God.
What is the symbolism of him removing that robe and being exposed to the...
Yeah. Kind of a rebirth, isn't it?
Essentially, it is that, but he comes to the church, he comes to the Royal Peculiar, the Westminster Abbey, as a pauper. That's what that's supposed to be, and he leaves as a king. And that's why he's in that woven shirt, and that is the significance of it.
It's a humbleness, isn't it? For God, the sleeveless tunic is representing that.
This is made from by his shirt makers. There's been craftsmen on every single piece of this regalia, but the fact is that's the symbolism of it.
And for history lovers, I think this is where it's all so fascinating, because a lot of this stuff, as you said, the regalia dates back to the 12th century.
And now he's been fitted with a gold
This
robe,
is called
Victoria.
a super tunica, and this one was actually made for King George V. It was also worn by King George VI and Elizabeth II. This is designed based on priestly clothes. You can kind of see that design there. And this is ready for him to be invested now with the different pieces of regalia with all their different symbolisms.
And I can only imagine, it must have been altered. to go through so many, it must have been altered at some point. But we're going to take you back inside the church to the ceremony.
To watch your son participate in something like this.
To have your son participate, to have your grandson participate, this is truly a family coronation.
And it really emphasises the significance of William as the heir, the fact that he has two formal roles within the coronation. We'll see him later on paying homage.
King of kings and Lord of lords, bless, we beseech thee, this crown, and so sanctify thy servant Charles, upon whose head this day thou dost place it for a sign of royal majesty, that he may be crowned with thy gracious favour and filled with abundant grace and all princely virtues. Through him who liveth and reigneth supreme over all things, one God, world without end. Amen.
Here's the moment that we have all been waiting for, the crowning of King Charles.
God save the King!
Charles. We heard the gun salute right outside of the studio here. And you can hear the church bells ringing. What do you guys think? How are you feeling right now? You are from the UK. This is a big moment for this country, for the world. How are you feeling right now, Mr. Johnson?
King and everybody that's carried out this incredible historic service. Deep pride of my country and the royal family and the clergy, but particularly a bit of relief for the King, because I thought when the Archbishop was trying to get that crown on his head, he was trying a little too hard.
I noticed that too. He wanted to make sure he got it on just right.
Well, it is 5 pounds. It would be the only time that the King will wear this crown would be today. He just wanted to make sure he got it right. He could not have that fall off of his head. Victoria, how are you feeling?
I feel like there was just that kind of release there, like a kind of explosion of sound almost. We heard the gun salutes, we had the Abbey bells behind us, and the mood really shifted because it was very solemn, it was quite tense, it felt very serious, and then suddenly it actually feels quite joyous now. It feels like a moment of celebration.
Definitely a moment of celebration. And as we wrap up, we're going to go